Hey, bye, it's me Ian, and in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at the On the Buses trilogy, and this is Mutiny on the Buses from 1972. Yes, 1972, and of course, it's another Hammer production. Yeah, 85 minutes long, and it's written by Ronald Chesney and Ronald Wolfe, who had done the first one. Yes, and it's directed, of course, by Harry Booth, who did the first one. Yes, it's all logical. Harry Booth, well, he was involved in those wonderful double-decker episodes. Here's a link there. A children's TV program, 1970-71, which I remember so well. He did 14 episodes of that. Anyhow, let's get on to the cast. Well, it's the return of cast, of course. We've got Reg Varney again playing Stan. We've got Doris Hare playing Mum. Michael Robbins playing Arthur. Anna Karen playing Olive, and she's really good as Olive, isn't she? And Bob Grant, of course, playing Jack. And then, last but not least, in the regulars, we have got Stephen Lewis playing Blakey, and what a character he is. Yes, everybody loves Blakey. Then we've got, in this, Janet Mahoney playing Susie. She was in Doctor in Trouble 1970 and Carry On Loving 1970. So it was a Carry On connection there, which is great. Then we've got Kevin Brennan playing Mr. Jenkins. Now, lots of TV appearances, but a feature film that stands out, of course, it was Get Carter 1971, which is what a film that is. Brilliant British crime thriller. Yeah. And then we've got Pat Ashton playing Nora. She kind of reminds you of Barbara Windsor, kind of blonde figure. She was in the previous film, but as another character called Sally. Yeah, but here she is as Nora. And she appeared in the same year in another TV spin-off film, Nearest and Dearest. That's, 1972 as well. Yes, there were a lot of these TV spin-offs films were going on because they could make money. Yes, yes, they were. Then we have got Bob Todd playing the new inspector. Again, a lot. They're not big roles, but they're there. You can see them quite clearly in these films. Bob Todd. Now, he was in Scars of Dracula, 1970, which was a Hammer film. Also, he was in Superman 3, 1983. Wow. Yes. I mean, these are not big parts, but they're in the films, aren't they? Yes. But his face is so recognisable on TV because he was a TV actor. The Benny Hill Show. He was a regular on the Benny Hill Show. Yeah, wow, I know. It's amazing to see these actors pop up. Then we've got David Lodge. He plays the safari guard. Now, again, you look at his face and you think, wow, I've seen him in all sorts. And well, there's Hammer connections as well. He was in Yesterday's Enemy, which I think is one of the great all-time war films, and Hammer produced that. amazing. That's from 1959. I've done a fairly recent review on that one a few weeks ago. He was in that. Also, he was in The League of Gentlemen, which I've also reviewed, 1960. And then he's got a carry-on film pedigree. Carry On Regardless, 1961. Carry On Girls, oh yeah, 1973. Carry On Dick, 1974. And of course, Carry On England, 1976. He was in that. Oh yes. What a face. You just see him and you think, oh yeah, I recognise him. This is often these characters. They did so much work in TV as well as these roles. Fantastic. Just one other thing that you might notice is there's a poster up, and the poster is of Caroline Munro. Yes. Now, of course, Hammer, Caroline Munro, and a lot of other things as well. I mean, she's a great actress. But she's there, so there's a Hammer connection. But I remember these adverts. I remember really everywhere you went in the early 70s, you saw these adverts, and it was Caroline Munro, and everybody, oh wow. They were a poster for Lamb's Navy Rum. Yes, that's it, Lamb's Navy Rum. And there it was. We used to just look, oh yeah, I remember going to school, and on the bus, we were all, oh yeah, well, looking out the window, we'd see these posters pop up everywhere. And yeah, there it is, it was Caroline Munro. Right, now, this, of course, has great locations, which, as usual, are Boreham Wood in Hertfordshire. But we've got Windsor Safari Park. Yes, Windsor Safari Park. And brilliant scenes in the film. In Berkshire, as well as, of course, Elstree Studios. Really good location filming. And there's a lot on the roads as well, as we see in Boreham Wood. With the buses and of course Olive and Arthur on their motorbike. Yeah, there's always good comedy scenes in there. Now, just one other thing. The music is by Ron Grainer. What a composer to have doing your film. Ron Grainer, need I remind you, composed the Doctor Who theme. Oh wow, how iconic. And another, I didn't realise this, that he composed The Prisoner, which is a brilliant series. That theme tune of The Prisoner, wow. And another one that everybody who watches TV would know, Tales of the Unexpected. He did that. And he did also feature films. And one of the standout feature films that he did was The Omega Man from 1971, which is a Charlton Heston, the one that was remade with I Am Legend with Will Smith. Fantastic. He did the theme tune to that. Yeah, fantastic. Anyhow, I've gone off again. So let's get into the story. It is really a direct sequel to the last film. Home life is now dominated by the baby. There's pressure, of course, on Stan providing money, even though Arthur is supposedly at work. But, of course, the way things run, he gets made redundant. This really puts pressure on Arthur, especially as Stan is now got himself engaged and he's going to marry Susie. Yes, but of course it's the old story about him not being able to have the money to get his own place, and she's putting a pressure on him, and this develops into a story. But while this is going on, also you've got changes taking place with a new manager. Yes, Mr. Jenkins pops up, played by Kevin Brennan. And he is making changes which they're not too keen about and which they're fighting, which threatens his position as well. But they come up with a brilliant idea to make more money. Is train Arthur as a bus driver. Yes, because they're looking for new bus drivers and more parts of the changes. And of course, Stan is still struggling all the time to try and get a place to live. I mean, this might offer another way of getting that if Arthur is contributing. And that's how the film sort of develops, and we get all these different scenarios of what's going on. And it's called Mutiny on the buses, really, because they're all resisting what is going on, the changes, because these changes threaten their easy life, if you want to say it, and also financially as well. It can affect particularly Stan. So we get all that, and of course we get so many slapstick comedy situations. We get, of course, the normal with all the clippies, all the sexual innuendo and all that kind of jokes. But we also, as I say, get lots of slapstick. And one of the great scenes in the film, it really is this trip to the safari park. They're testing the bus route and what have you. And it is so funny. It's brilliant. It's as you can imagine, all sorts of mishaps happen. You've got lions and monkeys and all these, and they're driving around. Oh yes, it all happens. It's so funny. It's brilliant. In many ways, that kind of scene really adds to the film's comedy value. It feels fresher in many ways, having those kind of scenes in the film, and I think it works well. And it goes by really quickly. You know, the inevitable storyline. It's kind of, but it's great. And then it has another ending, which is great as well. And we'll lead on into the next film, of course, which is Holiday on the Buses. And that is another take on all this. It is really well written, really, because they put the script together and create all these scenes. And I would say it's actually a good spin-off from the TV series. It stays very true to that, and I say it's easy to enjoy. And as I remember, these were again, this was a very popular film at box office. Again, I remember we all, as a family, went to see this film as well. Yeah, great film. Good memories again. So, that's really my review of this film. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it, enjoying it. It's like a trip back in time. Yes, by heck it is. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and then we'll let you know when I produce these videos. And hopefully you might look at maybe the playlists and see what other things I've done and you might enjoy it. Perhaps you won't. And if you like this particular video, please give it a like, because then it should go out onto YouTube and to get into algorithms and all that, and then more people might enjoy it. Or perhaps they won't. I don't know. But also, if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. Love to read your comments. I really do. And I say all cost note. So you can't say fair in that, can they? By heck you can't. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.